This video highlights a common problem you run into after you set up a new user in Chems. You'll see an error on the pre-post that says, "Error, your control record is missing." Chems users can configure the way Chems operates to meet individual county needs during data entry. If you get an error on the pre-post saying, "Error, your control record is missing," it means you haven't configured your control record for the Chems subsystem you're using. A Chems Pro admin user should set up a record for the user in question by visiting the related control menu option. If the error says, "Error, your labor control record is missing," go to the Setup Labor Control menu option and set up a control record for the user getting the error. Similar control records exist for the other subsystems in Chems. So let's take a look at that control record. It's on the Setup, Labor, and Control. And you need to be a Chems admin user to have this menu option. If you don't see the menu option, it means that you are not a Chems Pro admin user. Talk to your office manager, and they likely have the ability to help you. You enter in the user ID. In this case, I'll use my demo ID. And then here we have four configuration options for the labor subsystem. All of the data entry screens have the first two options, and that's allow transactions days before and after. And that means a rolling window from today's current date. I can enter something in 30 days before today. And because I have after set to 0, I can't enter anything in the future, which is probably pretty good. You don't want to enter anything real late, older than 30 days. And you probably don't want to pre-enter something like at year end. This comes into play when you're working in December and you enter in the wrong year. Well, that's really 12 months ahead. And this will come up as an error on the pre-post for you, so you don't post something with an invalid date. That third option here pertains to labor, and that's validate employee class codes, and that will check the class code for that particular employee when you do data entry. You probably want this to say yes because you don't want to pay somebody out of class. You'd rather catch that on the pre-post. And then finally, the fourth option here is to sort the employee pop-up by ID. If you say no to this, it'll sort it by last name. So you can control when you hit F2, so you don't have to resort the pop-up each time to get that to show.